So I just made these thumbnail sketches that I'm gonna use for my final linoleum block. What do you think of them?
Let's take a look. So it seems like you have been exploring different approaches to the image, from geometrical shapes to some more representational images. And something that I think is very important to consider is how these different elements are going to translate into this relief printing process. So I always like to think about negative space versus positive space. I also like to think about the kind of mark making that you're going to be able to achieve with the carving tools, and it will be combining all of these different elements that is going to give you the kind of variety of image that you want to achieve the purpose of the message that you're trying to give to the viewer. Something else that I think is very interesting is the idea of having black line over white background versus having white line over black background. So it will be that contrast in between dark and light that is gonna give you tonality, and in turn that's gonna give you the illusion of three-dimensionality. So that's something that you can look into and apply the best you can to the image that you are making.
One thing that I did do was, because I know that my final plate will be 4 by 6 inches, I made each of my thumbnail sketches 2 inches by 3 inches so that I know that that proportion will scale up really easily to my final linoleum block. Sometime later, here's my final 1-to-1 sketch. So after I thought about David's advice from my thumbnails, I combined a lot of the elements of different thumbnails into one image. This image is a 1-to-1 proportionate sketch, so it's 4 inches by 6 inches. You can see compared to my 2-inch by 3-inch thumbnails how that looks. And you can see I wanted to use some of my geometric shapes, some of my more organic shapes. I gave myself some notes here about how I think I might approach my carving once I transfer it to my plate, and we will see how it goes.